The suffering was so vast, so profound, it seemed impossible to alleviate. Each cry, each tear, echoed deeply within his compassionate heart. Overwhelmed by infinite sorrow, his mind could no longer bear the weight. With a deafening crack, his head shattered into 1,000 pieces. This wasn't failure, but a profound surrender to vulnerability. True compassion often demands we allow ourselves to be shattered, to truly feel. From this brokenness, a greater power emerged. Amitabha Buddha, seeing his pure intent, rebuilt him, stronger and more capable than before. He was given 1,000 arms, each holding an implement of aid, and 11 heads, to hear the cries of all beings everywhere. This transformation teaches us compassion can break us, yet rebuild us with boundless resilience. It's a path of profound, enduring strength. To truly embrace compassion, we must be willing to let our hearts break open. In this breaking, we find our true capacity to heal. Our vulnerability, when met with wisdom, becomes our greatest power. It allows us to connect deeply, without fear of being overwhelmed. Just like Avalokiteshvara, we are rebuilt stronger through radical compassion. Our reach becomes infinite, our purpose unwavering and clear. Imagine a being whose heart felt every cry of suffering. A burden so vast, it stretched beyond comprehension. Avalokiteshvara, embodiment of compassion, vowed to free all beings. Yet, the scale of pain was relentless, unending. One day, witnessing the ceaseless torment, his tender heart could bear no more. It shattered into 1,000 pieces. This breaking wasn't weakness, but a profound realization. A compassionate heart, unprotected, can be overwhelmed by pain. From this profound shattering, a new wisdom emerged. The desire to help was unwavering, but the method needed transformation. Amitabha Buddha, the Buddha of infinite light, appeared. He gathered the broken pieces, rebuilding them with divine wisdom. Avalokiteshvara was reborn, not with one heart, but with 1,000 arms and eyes, each ready to reach out. This new form was resilience itself. Compassion, now integrated with wisdom, could embrace suffering without breaking again. His 1,000 arms symbolize countless ways to extend kindness. His eyes, the wisdom to see true needs. Like Avalokiteshvara, we learn true compassion isn't about enduring, but wisely transforming our capacity to care. Avalokiteshvara witnessed immense suffering, a sea of tears stretching across countless realms, an endless cycle of pain and despair. The sheer volume of agony, the ceaseless cries, became an unbearable burden. His compassionate heart ached beyond measure. Despite his boundless vow, the weight of the world's pain was too much. He shattered into 1,000 pieces. His form dissolved, a testament to compassion's overwhelming power. Fragments of his being scattered across the cosmos. But from this shattering, a new form arose. Amitabha Buddha, with wisdom and grace, began to rebuild him. Each fragment was transformed, coalescing into 1,000 outstretched arms, each bearing an eye of wisdom. 11 heads emerged, seeing all directions, understanding every nuance of suffering. A new, stronger capacity was born. This was not a defeat, but a rebirth. Compassion, though it broke him, now made him infinitely capable. His story teaches us true compassion can overwhelm, but also rebuild, creating profound resilience from within. Embrace your capacity for empathy. Even when it shatters you, it can forge a stronger, wiser heart within. Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva of compassion, gazed upon countless beings, their suffering endless, their pleas echoing across realms. This immense suffering, witnessed in every corner, became an unbearable weight. How could one heart hold so much pain? The bodhisattva's form, overwhelmed by the sheer scale of sorrow, shattered into 1,000 pieces, unable to endure. In that moment of breaking, despair was profound. A single being, even boundless in compassion, found limits to its capacity. Yet, amidst the fragments, a profound stillness emerged. The breaking was not an end, but a surrender, a letting go. From the light of Amitabha Buddha, wisdom descended. A guiding hand offered not a repair, but a magnificent new form. Each shattered piece began to reform, guided by a higher intention. No longer one body, but a multitude of compassionate forms. Thus, Avalokiteshvara was reborn with 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes, each reaching out, each seeing suffering anew. This radical compassion, once a source of shattering, became an infinite wellspring of strength, embracing all without breaking. The bodhisattva who broke was rebuilt, stronger than before, a symbol of resilience and compassion's boundless, transformative power. Imagine the world's suffering, an endless ocean of tears and pain. A burden so immense, it could crush any single heart. Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva of compassion, gazed upon this sorrow. Every cry echoed, every pang of grief became their own. The weight of infinite suffering became unbearable. A single form, however divine, could not possibly hold such boundless anguish. And then, the form shattered. Not from weakness, but from the sheer, radical force of compassion itself, breaking all limits. This was not an end, but a profound surrender. A letting go of the singular self, allowing compassion to redefine its very essence. From that shattered essence, a new form arose, guided by the Buddhas. 1,000 arms, each ready to reach out and help. Each arm embodies skillful means, each eye sees the specific suffering. A boundless, active compassion, ever present, ever ready. This breaking was not destruction, but a radical transformation. Resilience born from embracing the full, overwhelming truth of interconnectedness. When compassion shatters your singular self, it rebuilds you. Stronger, more expansive, holding the world's pain with an open heart. May we too find this resilience. Break open with compassion, and be rebuilt into a vessel of boundless, unwavering care for all. Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva of compassion, vowed to free all beings. Yet, witnessing endless suffering, a profound weariness began to settle. He heard the cries of 1,000,000 worlds, saw untold pain, and felt the weight of every tear. The sheer magnitude of sorrow, the inability to reach every hand, every heart, became an unbearable paradox. Compassion itself became a shattering force. His form shattered into 1,000 pieces, unable to contain such boundless love and sorrow. From this breaking, a higher wisdom emerged. Amitabha Buddha, seeing his boundless intention, reassembled him, stronger, with 1,000 arms and eyes. Each arm now reaches out. Each eye sees a unique suffering. This breaking was not an end, but a radical expansion of his compassionate capacity. This transformation teaches us, true strength isn't avoiding pain, but allowing ourselves to be shattered by compassion, then rebuilding with greater capacity. To truly heal the world, we must first allow our hearts to break open. Only then can we hold the vastness of suffering and respond. Embrace your vulnerabilities, for they are gateways to deeper understanding. When you break, you don't diminish, you expand, becoming a vessel for infinite kindness. Let Avalokiteshvara's story inspire you. Allow compassion to shatter you, and emerge rebuilt, stronger, with endless capacity to love and serve. True compassion asks everything of us. It opens our hearts to the world's pain, a burden immense and often unseen. Avalokiteshvara made a grand vow to free all beings from suffering. A boundless aspiration, a promise to an infinite ocean of sorrow. He gazed upon the realms, witnessing endless cycles of pain, birth, and death. A suffering so vast, it stretched beyond all comprehension. The sheer weight of this immeasurable suffering became unbearable. His mind, overwhelmed by the task, shattered into 1,000 pieces. His body, too, broke apart, unable to contain such profound empathy, a moment of ultimate vulnerability, a collapse under compassion's immense weight. But from this shattering, a miracle. Amitabha Buddha, seeing his plight, reassembled him, not as one, but with 1,000 arms. Each arm, each hand, bore an eye of wisdom. A new form, embodying an amplified capacity to perceive and alleviate suffering. This wasn't defeat, but radical transformation. Compassion, though it broke him, rebuilt him stronger, more capable than ever before. Our own hearts, too, can feel overwhelmed by suffering. Yet, in that breaking, lies the potential for profound growth and renewed strength. Embrace compassion fully, even when it feels shattering. For through this radical empathy, we are rebuilt, stronger and much wiser. The weight of infinite suffering pressed down. Avalokiteshvara, dedicated to liberation, felt the pain of every single being. It was an unbearable burden. The sheer scale of pain, the endless cycle of birth and death, broke the bodhisattva's resolve. The mind could no longer hold such vast sorrow. He broke into 1,000 pieces, overwhelmed by the task. This shattering, this profound surrender, was not weakness. It was radical compassion's true cost. In that moment of absolute surrender, Amitabha Buddha appeared. A boundless, compassionate light embraced the brokenness, seeing beyond the fragments. From that sacred union, a new form began to emerge. Not merely reassembled, but fundamentally transformed. Compassion was now boundless, limitless. 1,000 arms, 1,000 eyes, each reaching out, each seeing. The breaking had allowed for an exponential increase in his capacity to help all beings. This radical compassion, though it shattered him, ultimately rebuilt him stronger. It taught him that true strength lies not in enduring alone, but in surrendering. Your own suffering, when fully embraced, can shatter your old self. But from those fragments, a new, more expansive capacity for love and service can. Embrace the shattering, for it clears the way. Let compassion break you, then rebuild you not as you were, but infinitely more capable, infinitely more loving. This is the path of radical compassion. Allow it to transform you completely. Embrace your breaking, for it leads to boundless strength and endless love. Legend says Avalokiteshvara vowed to free all beings from suffering. He gazed upon the world, a boundless ocean of pain, and felt its immense weight. He saw every tear, every wound, every silent cry across countless realms. The sheer, infinite scale of agony became an unbearable burden on his compassionate. His boundless empathy meant he truly felt the pain of each being. This radical compassion, so pure, became a force that threatened to tear him. The burden was too great. The compassion, so vast, so encompassing, reached a critical point. And then, he shattered. His head burst into 1,000 pieces, a visceral expression of compassion's impossible weight. A moment of profound, absolute surrender. In that shattering, there was release. A breaking not of defeat, but of absolute empathy, creating a void where new forms of strength could ultimately. Amitabha Buddha, witnessing this ultimate compassion, intervened. He reassembled Avalokiteshvara, not as one, but with 1,000 arms and 11 heads. Each arm now reached out, infinite in its capacity to alleviate suffering. This was compassion reborn stronger, more capable of touching every single being. Avalokiteshvara's story teaches us radical compassion can break us. But in that surrender, a deeper, more resilient strength can emerge, rebuilding us anew. Embrace your own brokenness, your overwhelm. For it is often in these profound moments of surrender that true, boundless compassion and resilient strength are found. Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva of compassion, gazed upon a world steeped in sorrow, witnessing suffering beyond measure. How could one heart bear such pain? He saw the pain of birth, old age, sickness, and death, the endless cycle of attachment and loss. His heart ached, absorbing every tear. The sheer weight of suffering became unbearable. His mind, once whole, fractured into 1,000 pieces. He shattered, overwhelmed by empathy. Yet from that profound brokenness, a new form began to emerge. The fragments, guided by boundless compassion, started to reform. 1,000 arms, 1,000 eyes, each reaching out to alleviate suffering. The brokenness transformed into an infinite capacity to serve. This radical compassion, born from breaking, is not a weakness, but an unyielding strength. It allows us to truly meet the world. When we allow ourselves to be touched by suffering, even to the point of breaking, we open the door to boundless resilience and wisdom. Embrace your capacity to feel deeply. For in that vulnerability, your true, compassionate strength is forged. Remember, this path